Hello, hello. As promised, did manage to find some time today as well to do a little streaming. Today probably a lot shorter than yesterday because I am a bit tired. Spent most of the day helping a friend move, so that took quite a bit of energy. But I did want to get some more work done and maybe finish Miranda this weekend. So here we are. And who knows how far we will get. Yeah, I reckon a maximum 2 hours is all I can muster today, but that's fine. So let's get right into it. Yesterday we managed to... Hey Glitz, hey Azander, and hey Mr. Freeman. We managed to... One second. We managed to pretty much finish... two caves, which was Arrow Shaft Cavern and what was the name of the King's Crest Cavern. And today we're returning to the big alien ruin that I've been working on off and on. I started this months ago, but then I let it rest for quite a while. And finally it's in a state where it's almost done, but not completely. But yeah, it's been quite a day. Moved lots and lots of furnitures. A lot of driving around, so that kind of took a lot out of me. Hope you guys had a good Sunday so far. Add a script here that will play a sound or something, so the player can actually tell that this door over there is, sorry about that one, is actually opening when you press that button. Okay. So let's shake the camera maybe for 2.5 seconds. Let's do a shake intensity of 0.4, and let's add a... I don't think we have that sound yet, the great sound, because they're currently... because we removed all of the default Oblivion sounds, so I'm guessing this currently doesn't have any sound. The AR gate... see. Yeah, it doesn't have any sound, I think. Unless it has it in the NIF. But I don't think so. Yeah, probably not. Alright, so we'll leave this sound for now. Hello, Griffin. Alright. That must be added later then. Oh dear. Yeah, the remake definitely had its performance issues, to say the least. Dude, all right. Nice. Oh yeah, on the I can imagine like on the like I have a very beastie system, and for me at least with frame generation it works fine. But I mean, not everyone's a fan of frame generation, which I can understand. But yeah, I can imagine on a I have a 5080. So it's insane that what kind of specs you need to kind of make this game playable. Shouldn't need a PC that costs like several thousand euros to play a game. Oh, I've never been to the Shivering Isles actually, with the remaster. So don't know how the performance would be here. Yeah, I wonder. Wouldn't they have to update it now though? Because it's coming to Switch, right? And I know it's Bethesda, and I know that their Skyrim port for the Switch 2 was horrendous. But even they, I mean, they gotta do something for the Switch 2 port, right? Because if they just straight up port it without doing anything, that thing cannot run on Switch 2. So I guess that would be the time for an update. Hey Ship McGree. Hey Aqua. Hey all. Yeah, that's true. Shouldn't forget that it's not technically Bethesda who's doing it. That is true. Same probably goes for the. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, it's in their responsibility, but they probably also didn't do the port for the Switch 2, right? That's not something the main Bethesda studio would be doing. Oh yeah, the Fallout 3 remaster. Has that actually been confirmed? I mean, for me, it's like obvious that they're gonna do it with the success of the show and the success of the remaster of Oblivion. So, but I'm not sure if it's at this point it has been officially confirmed. Not up to date on that one. Yeah, okay. Then I did remember correctly. Oh, there's still a hole in here. I'll have that. They're probably gonna shadow drop it. I mean, did work very well for the Oblivion remaster. And I know that Todd really likes the shadow drops. This is one of the statue dungeons. It's the last one actually remaining on the to-do list. Yeah, the funny thing is, I don't think the game actually tells you. I think it tells you a few in an in-game book, but not all of them. So you actually have to find out for yourself and go explore. Which in Oblivion might have been not so fun, but in Skyblivion, hopefully, it will actually be fun. Since, oh, that needs a boulder. Since our elite ruins are hopefully really cool to explore. The NPCs tell you a few of the locations. Oh, that's cool though. I kind of like that. I mean, obviously in Oblivion, if you really want to do the quest, it might have been frustrating because the, you know, after a while the dungeons become very repetitive and you just want to get it over with. But I kind of like that that you're not like spoon-fed the locations. That does kind of turn it into an exploration quest and not just a follow the quest marker. I'm actually interested. The collector. Let's see. All right. Search alien ruins until last statue is found. Okay. When the second statue is sold to Umber County, we'll say that the researcher has discovered 5 alien settlements where he believes statues were taken. Alright, so he does tell you 5. Miranda is actually one of the ones he does tell you. Good to know. Oh no, so it wasn't a book actually. Okay, I just remember this. Okay, but there's actually a book that tells you a wrong location. That's funny. Oh yeah. Think you'll definitely have the time to do a playthrough, and I don't think you'll ruin your experience of Skyblivion if you play Oblivion first. In fact, it might make you appreciate some stuff even more. I actually like that. Let's keep it like that. The statues presented, well, they're just always pretty much like at the boss section, I'd say. One second. I can show you how it looks in this one. I forgot. Is this? I forgot where it is. No, it's Great Forest. Sorry. Let me just check. It's Great Forest. Yes. Yeah, so we definitely present them a lot more like they're valuable items. They're like always next to the final boss chest, I'd say. That's true, yeah. I do remember that the statues aren't like, if you didn't have the quest, you'd think they're just some random item. Like valuable item you just found. Yes, it's by the loopback door actually. So it is in the final room, which is this one. Yes. So so here you have, this is the boss chest, I believe. Although I haven't actually given it the boss container. And here you have the elite statue, and this will the boss will be sitting on that throne, and then this door will open up to reveal the loopback. So that's one of the main things we're gonna do. And yes, actually I think our boss leveled list, loot, whatever, has just received the pass. It's probably not final yet because all our like loot leveled lists aren't finalized. Yeah, it's gonna be very similar to Skyrim, I'd say. So there's always an incentive to go find that boss chest, because it, for the most part, it will have some good loot that makes it worth your while, right? Because yeah, I know in Oblivion, sometimes you just got nothing out of it. Or like there were those chests that had like a master lock, and then you spent all your lockpicks on it, and you got nothing. think is that. I think that's just a rendering issue currently in the CK. I don't think it will look like that in game. Let's hope so. Normal weapons with special legendary effects? You mean just like enchanted? Pretty sure we will have enchantments on weapons. So I'm not the right person to ask this, but I'm pretty sure for most of this stuff we're just doing it very similar to how Skyrim did it. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So no worries. You can ask me those questions anyway. I just want to preface that I'm not always entirely sure. Yeah, I think so that we're gonna have enchanted weapons in the game that you can find like as loot. That's so weird that it doesn't show up in CK. We do add like Oblivion mechanics where it makes sense, I think. So one thing we do have is, like in Oblivion, there was a degradation system of the weapons, which there wasn't in Skyrim. And we are gonna have, I think at least, a variation of that. So weapons never degrade in a way that they break, but weapons that you have sharpened, you can like sharpen weapons, those degrade to like the base level. So right in Skyrim you can, I don't know, have an iron sword and sharpen it, so it makes like 150% damage, and then it could degrade back to 100%, but it will not go below that base level. Is the game CPU heavy? In certain areas, probably. So we're currently trying to fix some of our LOD, because that's tanking FPS in a few locations, and I'm pretty sure that has to do with draw calls, and I'm pretty sure draw calls are very much a CPU thing. Repair hammers. Oh, repair hammers are, I think we found a pretty cool way to deal with repair hammers. Similar to Skyrim, you go to like a blacksmith forge to do repairing and smithing and whatnot. But I think the repair hammers are part of almost all of the recipes that you need. So you need the repair hammers in your inventory to actually do stuff. But it's not done like in Oblivion, where on the go you just spend repair hammers to repair your stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's like a very clever solution to, because repair hammers obviously were all around Oblivion, and that way you can still make use of them. So I think, don't quote me on that, but I think, so we're, why is the lighting not hitting anything today? Let me actually... Okay. Hello, CK. What is up with you today? Now we're getting no light at all. I think it might be a good idea to... Alright, let me close Creation Kit and restart it, because this is not giving me good vibes. So I think we're gonna have a launcher, or custom launcher, similar to the launcher in Skyrim. And you can definitely, you know, change the presets. I think we're definitely gonna have different graphical presets. So just similar to Skyrim, obviously. And for the most part, I hope so, because we did recently. So our LOD looks in a lot of places a lot better than it does in vanilla Skyrim. But we did see that in certain locations, FPS has gone down a bit in recent months. So we're trying to kind of fix that with our LOD. We think we know what's been going on. And hopefully that should make it a lot more fluid in those places. So yeah, required specs are the same as Skyrim's, or a bit more. I'd say a bit more. So obviously it's still Skyrim. If you can run Skyrim on higher ultra settings, you should be totally able to run Skyblivion, but it is a bit more taxing because we just so we have better LOD and we use a lot more stuff. Right, in our level design, especially like in interiors, like most of the interiors should be fine. We've optimized them as much as we can, but there are a few locations, especially like some alien ruins with those big rooms where you can't really optimize them that well. So that might cause some performance drop, definitely. But we're definitely trying to make this as playable as possible. What resolution are the base textures? Oh, I'm not sure. So we definitely don't go higher, I think, than 2K, because but I wouldn't be able to tell you. Yeah, 8K everything. No, we definitely don't have that. Oh yeah, with CS and probably, I mean, the texture ones, I'm not sure how porting them over will work, because we use different textures, right? But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like texture mods. Yeah, I think the game could look very stunning in like I already said, like with why do I have 2 here? That can't be right. This is linked to the creature sit marker. Free. Yeah, I think this is wrong. Yeah, we don't need free here. Thank you, Aaron. That's very nice to hear. Glad you enjoy me doing random stuff in the creation kit. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I tried the game with community shaders on, and it is, yeah, it's incredible. In some instances, how the game looks. Like obviously you can't change everything, and sometimes you do notice that the game just has a certain age at this point. But yeah, for the most part, it looks incredible. By the way, it's not like we are forbidden to, because I don't know if anyone ever showed that off, like Skyblivion with community shaders. It's just sometimes it's hard then to we don't wanna because not everybody might know that we have community shaders on, and it might like maybe give off the wrong image if people believe that this is what the game looks like naturally, I'd say. So much kit bashing. There you are. Medium. Oh, okay. That's cool. So you're like a texture artist modder, Xander? Good vibes indeed. Oh, nice. No, you didn't miss much. Just still cluttering all around. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, like texture overhauls, I'm always very picky with those, because let me actually steal that from here, because I really like the original aesthetic of the Skyrim textures. So I do always tend to pick texture overhauls that, you know, catch match that vibe. Like there's texture overhauls that, don't get me wrong, look incredible, but just don't look like Skyrim to me. fresh breadsticks. That's cool. Let me check it out. Yes, camping the elevator. Maybe that might make it more. That's cool. Might make the elevator ride a bit more thrilling. That's some nice texture. Yeah, I think that catches the Skyrim vibe pretty cool. Dirt. Yeah, cool mods, dude. I will definitely, if I ever get to playing Skyrim again, don't know when that will be, I'll definitely check it out. Let's see, I should have the patrols here. Thank you for the save reminder. Damn it. There's so many light beams here. There you go. Let's check it out for a second. These are standing up too much like synchronized. I don't like that. I never like that. So let me change. Yeah, that's almost exactly the same. The bottom of the gates? Oh, you mean when it opened up? That one? Oh yeah, it does a bit, yeah. But that's something we... yeah. If we have the time and interest. Oh, that uses the wrong idle marker. That we might fix immediately. Which is the house? That one's the... oh yeah. Alcove. No. What's the marker called? Oh, creature alcove marker. Ah. Damn, now I gotta find it here. So creature alcove, I think it's that one. Yes. Alright, that should fix it. Alright, we did not set that up, apparently. To what did I hook it up? Activate default. Oh. Ah. These are using the wrong... Interesting that I can even use the ambush. To know they could if they were not set up. Alright. Oh, this one should probably have something as well. Potions still need fixing. Yeah, so far I haven't noticed anything big either. Again, these are a bit too synchronized for my liking. Where is that one? That should be those ones. So maybe let's do tank here and that one a missile. And then there. Ah, we're up in there. Well, that is very nice to hear. Next gen quality. We do in. Ah, there we have a small little issue because, yeah, you should be able to see through here. Let's fix that while we're in here. It's a bit risky doing this while we have the game running because we can't actually save. God, don't be. That should fix that one, and let's fix that as well. Could we add here? Maybe a brick. Yeah, it's obviously we do. So there's gonna be stuff, even, you know, yeah, in every finished game, even something like Red Dead Redemption and Skyrim as well. There you're gonna find bugs. It's just a question of squashing the ones that really are unacceptable, or make playing the game impossible. But yeah, like stuff clipping are obviously something. If we find the time, we fix it. If not, might do stuff here on the table. Alright, I think so let me, since I know the combination, I will, because I want to test out if the white up there will actually try to shoot me. Yeah, cobwebs, that is a thing. Sometimes I leave that for like later on, because we're currently trying to do a third pass on dungeons, and I sometimes leave that to others because, I mean, cobwebs, don't get me wrong, they're very important to give that ancient vibe, but they're in places as big as this one, they're yeah, they're a bitch to do. Oh, let me turn off T-detect. Let's see if the white, I mean, obviously he doesn't have nav mesh. So it might not be able to. I think it should be on that side. Oh, yeah. That's cool, yeah, I think. Even without nav mesh. No, for attacking us, he must be. Bye-bye. There he goes. That is fun. So I want to include some enemies here. Alright, let's see if this actually works. So it didn't get a rumble. That is the only thing. One second. True. Saved. Thanks for the reminder. Always important. All right. Let's continue onwards. We fixed that one. Yeah, you do get to be overly critical sometimes. You see like every empty like wall or hallway. I think this could use more clutter. You know, this could use more effects. But at the end of the day, you know, you gotta pick your battles. Because you do. Even in a free project like this, obviously we don't have like a strict deadline or anything. But at some point we do want to be finished with this, so you don't have unlimited time to do this. The battle is always more cobwebs. All right, I'll give you cobwebs. There you go. And then I love the cobwebs that's dangling. And we'll do some more in the corners. And see, that's just for that small little hallway. So it takes quite a while to do it for such a big room. Let's do another white. There's actually some let's do some variation here. Can have a skeleton here as well. Because the whites would have had like non-elven minions, maybe have become undead alongside them, so I think it makes sense. Do that here, and then we'll add an ambush trigger right here. Self. Skyrim-like enemies? I mean, we do share some enemy types with Skyrim, if that's what you mean. Yeah, that is a nice way to say slaves, that's true. Hold, I think, should be the right setting. I want to make a skeleton come out of the ground here, which is a bit of a hassle to set up. So we will go to our nifty warehouse of ambushes, which I have built myself. That's why it uses this gorgeous level design. And now we have all our ambushes, or pretty much all of them, because we do use the ones from Skyrim, but we also have a lot of custom, like this one, ambushes that we use. And this one, I know them by heart, so I can tell you exactly which is which, and I can just use that one. It is boxes within boxes, that is true. Where were we? In this hallway. Can excessive clutter cause performance issues on older systems? Yes. There is, so the engine can handle quite a lot of clutter, but some of the alien ruins, like most of the interiors are fine. So I'd say like 95% of dungeons you won't have any issues, but maybe 95 is exaggerated, but let's say 90. But there's probably going to be some alien ruins that might have a bit of a performance issue. I don't think it'll be unplayable or anything, but you probably will notice a drop in performance. We do our best to optimize, and maybe at a later date, because it's not so much like the random clutter I add here. It's just the draw calls that just are a result of well, 1 second, let me just finish this up, then I can tell you what I mean. It's these buildings, really, because the issue is these buildings are not like this tower, right, isn't one 3D asset. It's actually made out of lots and lots of assets, because this wasn't done like by a 3D modeler. This was done by well, started really by a crazy level designer called Hinomoto, who kit bashed these. Kit bash is what you call just taking different assets and mashing them together inside the editor, and not in like a 3D program. I made this tower, which is just made out of insanely many pieces, and that just adds up. And what we might do later on, but that's, you know, not like priority, is actually build this as one asset. That is something you can do. You can kind of export this into Blender or another 3D program and then make it one asset, and that would drastically reduce the draw calls and increase the performance. But yeah, like I said, there's gonna be drops in places like this. Oh, I can see that this is actually not working. But it's not like it shouldn't be Oblivion remastered level of a drop. I mean, you shouldn't be able to go here anyway, but I can see that this might be an issue. A nobility faction, really? RX. I'm so bad with graphic cards. Which one is that? Is that on the level? Like, can you tell me a Nvidia card that's on a similar level that I can maybe say you more about what performance you would expect? Not yet. That's also something I intend to do with the loopback. That's not... I haven't done that yet. Alright, I definitely need to do something here. Yeah, we had one guy, unfortunately, he... well, he's still part of the project, but yeah, I'm not sure how active he still is. But who actually did do what I talked about, like importing individual assets into Blender and creating whole assets out of them. He did it with like a Skingrad Castle, I think, which was like insane for an insane performance gain. Which would be cool if he managed to do that once more, but I don't think he's currently active. But maybe maybe we can do that at least post release. The Skingrad Castle. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me actually, when I have that set up, I can actually go check. I need to do this. I mean, the player shouldn't be able to go here anyway, but I know you guys. You'll find a way to get here, so. Yeah, I think it's one. I mean, it's still one. It still needs to be split up into a lot of different vertices, so you don't get. Otherwise, the it wouldn't be able to like be hit by any lights because it would almost immediately turn black. But yeah, it's one giant asset that doesn't produce as many like draw calls, which is why it's a lot better performing. All right, let me try to get this going here. This is ugly, but you're not supposed to see this anyway, so. This is very ugly. Sorry. Can't do that. Why nobody has ported those? I mean, one reason is that it's not allowed on Nexus. You're not allowed to directly port stuff from one game to the other unless you get permission, like CD Projekt Red did, for example, for The Witcher. I think you can. There are mods that port stuff from The Witcher 3 to Skyrim because that is allowed, but you cannot port stuff from other Bethesda games to another game. At least not officially. So let's delete that. All right, that's enough for me. It's just you're not supposed to go here anyway. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And flipping it help with the underside? Maybe, but okay, let me just check out for a second. Skingrad, actually. Where is Skingrad? Skyblivion. Skingrad Castle. It's an old. All right, let's see. So, pretty sure. No, not here, but I think maybe in the exterior, like the LOD model. I know that we have something that is one. So this is definitely several assets. That is true. Is it in the LOD, maybe? Let's see. So 360, yeah, it's definitely good enough. Yeah, you can definitely play Skyblivion. Like I said, there's only a handful of dungeons that might cause some performance drops, but even those should be, yeah, This thing is one a giant model. So that I think Ryder was the guy who did this. This took hours, but yeah, it's like, so this is built out of a lot of different assets, and that just got exported into Blender and made into one giant model. It's very cool. So yeah, 360 Ti definitely more than good enough to play this. And we're still, you know, working on even improving performance. Yeah, and dungeons like this, like I said, isn't yeah, the castle is really cool looking. I agree. Dungeons like this aren't the norm, you know. We just have a few of those big, giant, elite cities almost, and those do cause a bit of a performance drop. But like I said, not so that it becomes unplayable or anything. In June, I unfortunately cannot tell you a release date because I myself don't know. It's really hard to tell with a volunteer project. Obviously, we wanted it to be... I do sound massive. We wanted it to release last year, but didn't quite manage that one. We're quite optimistic that it's gonna happen this year, but it's just really hard to say. Like with like my department, level design and QA, I can definitely tell you that. I mean, even then I couldn't tell you a month, but I know that it's that we'll manage to get it done this year, right? But there's just other stuff that's still missing, and it's hard to tell when that will be done. It's especially so it's Quest, even though our Quest people are really going hard at it and making lots of progress, but they're blocked a bit with the Imperial City, because that did turn out to be like a huge undertaking, and we actually got a new guy today. I'm very hopeful he will also be able to help with the implementation, because we got a lot of the 3D assets done, but they need to be implemented into the game. And once that's done, the level design will hopefully for the Imperial City be done really quickly, and then NavMesh, and then the Quest department, and then it's just a lot of, you know, fine tuning. So let me see what I missed here. NVIDIA 3050, yeah, that as well. Should all be like, I played for the longest time. I played Skyblivion with a 1080, so I had a graphics card for 8 years, and I was more than able to play at 1440p. So should be no issue at all. Is the Imperial City done? No, that's what I was saying. It's not done, and that's one of the major things that is still missing. But we're working hard on it, so it'll hopefully be done sooner than later. Yeah, it's also like quests and Imperial City and a bit of the UI. Those are, you know, we can't ship the game without those things in there. We can't just put like a giant block in front of the Imperial City and say this will come with an update. Whereas other stuff, like if I am not completely finished with QAing all of the dungeons, it's not a biggie if one of the non-quest dungeons is a bit subpar in quality, you know? Because we have all of them done, but or almost all of them done. But not all of them have received QA pass. But should we have to ship tomorrow, which we won't, you know, it wouldn't be an issue for me to say, okay, I'll fix this in an update. But there's just stuff that's non-negotiable, so to say, that just needs to be done. So it's not so much that we're missing the 3D assets, but they need to be made game ready, is my understanding, and that's taking a bit of time, yeah. So we're still actively looking for people who know how to implement 3D assets, especially. Yeah, we'll do like a battle pass for Skyblivion and say, you know, thanks for playing, but now you gotta buy the battle pass to enter the Imperial City, and then we'll add the loot boxes, obviously. Get some gambling going on. Funnily enough, you know, one of the... I have no idea about the status of that, but I mean, one of the... We're doing all of the small DLCs as well. So we'll be doing the horse armor DLC as well, which, as most of you probably know, is infamous for being one of the very first overpriced DLCs in existence. Yeah, I think because horse armors are just very easy, because Skyrim naturally has horse armor, so it's just easy to get those in. We also, I'm not sure if it's in. I'm not sure. We're definitely gonna ship with the only other DLC I know that we're gonna ship with is spell tomes, because that's again just naturally part of Skyrim, so it was a no-brainer to include with that. Yeah, sigil stones. I have no idea actually what we're doing with the sigil stones. So if we have like what our system is for those. I hope it's not the one, yeah, in like in Oblivion where you kind of saved before getting them to get the right one. But yeah, I'm very excited once the Imperial Seal, because that's like been a missing puzzle piece for like forever since I joined. And when that is finally in, hopefully sooner than later, then it will finally really sink in. Oh my god, we're actually gonna be finishing this. Maroon's Razor, yeah, that's gonna be a cool one. Is that the... I forgot. Is that the one with the giant... Let me check. Dungeon? Oh, no, yeah, it's on the Cliff Watch. That was the... So that was the single biggest dungeon in all of Oblivion. It has 23 zones. And like 12 dungeons. It's absolutely insane. It's massive. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have less zones. I mean, like Oblivion zones, like almost all of the Oblivion dungeons. You're not 23 in one dungeon, I think. I think there's some, like the dungeon itself, Thunder Cliff Watch has, but it at least has 11 or 12. So it's like an insane number. And I know that Oblivion dungeon zones were very small. Like very often you went into a zone or cell, and then like 1 minute later you were at the next one. So we tried to, you know, put together a lot of cells so you don't constantly get loading screens. But yeah, it will be massive. Apparently, the dungeon, so Thunder Cliff Watch for the Maroon's Razor DLC, that one actually was kind of a test run by the guys who level designed it, because up to that point, dungeons were more or less kind of a, how do you say that? So they were never meant to be like a cool exploring experience, I guess. They were more like, okay, you go in a dungeon to level up, to get loot, and that's all there is to it, right? And with that, they really tried for the first time to have that, what we now know from Bethesda in Skyrim especially, that environmental storytelling and all that. And even though, you know, it didn't age that well, but it was like one of the first test runs, and that actually made them, apparently, I think so, at least, decide to do that way more in Skyrim. So, thank God for the Maroon's Razor DLC. Daggerfall dungeons. Yeah. I could not stomach Daggerfall. That was just too much for me. The Morrowind's dungeons were a lot more fun than the Oblivion ones. But then, yeah, for the most part, I think just because they were a lot tinier. So, Aqua, are you playing the actual... Have you played the actual, like, original Daggerfall, like with DOSBox, or have you played the Unity version? Oh wow, when it first came out, wow. When did it come out? I know it came out sometimes in the 90s, but when exactly did it come out? 1996. Wow. Yeah, I was 3 years old when that came out. Yeah, baby. A young one. Yeah, I have the same feeling about dungeons, really. So I know there are like massive dungeon mods on the Nexus, but I think so too. Like unless there's like a story happening inside the dungeon. One second. Yeah, I think so too. That it needs to be like. Sorry, back. Shouldn't take much longer than like 20 to 30 minutes. 30 minutes only like if you explore everything. Oh yeah, I know. I think there's a mod for Skyrim that actually adds the sound effect, the screaming skeleton sound effect from Daggerfall. That is very scary. I don't like remove that. Oh, I think that got. All right. All the mist. Bit tedious, but does add a lot of ambience. Come on. Why are you being difficult? There we go. Did they have a lot of grizzlies? Really? In Daggerfall? Hello. I am not going to fall into the trap of pronouncing your name, but welcome nonetheless, Mr. Pat. Lots of bears and werewolves. Wow, sounds great. Yeah, I did try. I did run through the like not tutorial dungeon. It wasn't really much of a oh well, you can probably call it tutorial dungeon, but like the intro. I think then I also went into like the first city, but yeah, it didn't really I didn't really get it, so to speak. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that was so difficult. I got killed by I think it was imps. But yeah, I got killed loads of times. Okay. Yeah, they did feel kind of unique. I agree, definitely. Oh yeah, the bats. I remember the bats. Jesus, they were horrible as well. Let me take those. Let's do a skeleton for a change. We got a lot of whites in here as is. Let's give that one. Let's do one a bit more difficult. Right here, I remember this the last time. This guy is a bit too far down. Look, and we got those set up as well. Let's maybe add some welcome stones. And I think why was there actually one linked from here? It's just that one. You don't need the welcome stones, so you just need the Valor stones for the puzzle, though. But yeah, sure. Let's do ambush white here as well. Yeah, we always there's always gonna be a Valor stone in proximity to one of those puzzles, so just so you're never locked out of it. Because that would suck. Sorry about that. Got kind of lost here. Let's do a missile one. Not an ambush one though, just a normal. Just want to have a normal missile one. Yes, they are consumed by the puzzle. But there's plenty of Arla stones. There should be plenty of Arla stones that you don't need to use for the puzzle. But they will get kind of you stick them into kind of the puzzle stone, and then it gets removed out of your inventory. Got not enough hard ones as medium ones as is. All right, let's give this another test run. Hello there. Yeah, a bit like a fusion core from Fallout, I guess. That is true. Yeah, but I think it also gives them more of a use than, because you did at some point kind of mostly use them for just to sell them. I know that they're also, right, you could use them to re-enchant your items. Yeah, that does look a lot better. I never like it when they do it too much like synchronized. Good question. The alchemy, the harvest bag, maybe. But what we definitely have, so we in exteriors, not so much in interiors, but in exteriors we should have plenty of alchemy ingredients that you can pick up. Let's see if we fix the ones in here. Yeah, that looks better. Thank you. Glad you like it. Alright, so I do want to see what we set up here is now we've got the skeleton here. There should be a... I do want to make it come out of the ground or more, so we'll probably put some dirt here. By the way, that's also one of the things I love, that we have like a variation of the skeletons. We have like a Nagonian one as well. We haven't set up him yet, so maybe we'll do that now that it's fresh on our mind. Let's see, need to find the right spot again. Should be here. So yeah, I want to make him come out of the ground and maybe put this a bit back, and then we'll use this to make our friend here stand up as well. I do like using ambush actors. It just adds a lot more, I don't know, natural feel. It's almost like you're awakening these. Well, you kind of awaken them because you're trespassing, right? They're sacred grounds or something. And it's not just them standing around. I think that's one of the coolest things that Skyrim introduced compared to Oblivion. Alright, let's go back. Because in Oblivion, enemies were just aimlessly standing around. Exactly, I did like that in Skyrim, that like the Draugr kind of just exited their sleeping sarcophag, whatever the plural is, sarcophagi. I think we forgot to add an ambush marker here. Sorry, ambush trigger. Yeah, Elite Ruins are in a really good spot now, I'd say. And yeah, with the ambushes, so I wasn't happy with the obviously we're reusing a lot of the ambushes from. Oh, I think this doesn't have an ambush trigger either. Use this to make him and him stand up. So I scripted some new ones myself, which I'm very. It was like one of the first things I did when I joined the project. Those are all in my. Actually, I can maybe show you a bit later in the ambush warehouse, because I set them up there so other level designers can. He needs to sit a bit higher, so always he'll be like in the ground. That should do it. I mean, I'd say when you QA and level design, you do playtesting as you go. Yeah, that's good. So I don't do a lot of playtesting quests. Yeah, because I hardly find the time to do that. Leave that more to others. I have done it for a few quests. But I'm playtesting the dungeons, so to speak. Just not playtesting the actual quests. Maybe some elevator music here while you wait. He's sitting a bit. It's a bit wonky, I guess. Yeah, at the top of Ding. Yeah, believe me, I want to get it out as much as you want to play it. All right. is fine. What did I want? Oh yeah. Here at the top, I'm not a fan of this. Nope, that was wrong. No, not a boss. Just a regular one, I guess. One thing I noticed, I think there should be, yeah, those traps. I think they're not set up correctly because they're not doing anything. That should work now, hopefully. I mean, yeah, if it does, I mean, maybe you missed it before because now I had T-detect on, so which turns off the AI, so they won't notice you. Let me just add this. Default add music on activate. But I did add like an archer up there, who should shoot at you once you get close to the top, which should make it feel a bit more exciting. I know that it might be a bit tedious, but that's something that we can maybe fine-tune at the end, I guess. Most reward, I think that's the right music. Okay, another thing that didn't work as I wanted it to was this thing. Unset voice trigger. Because the shake duration did not work. Let's do the rumble sound actually. Should play it correctly. Let's test this one more time, and I think that I'm pretty much done with this big room. Give myself more speed here, so we can zoom through this. let's sheet for now. Yeah, this works now. That's good. Also works. He's standing up. That's good. Yeah, I like that. I really like that lighting combination as well. Blue and orange just go really well together. Alright, let's console command up there. Okay, so the sound does play, that's good. Just wanna, I don't know why the rumble didn't work, but we can see that if that gets fixed later on. Another thing is I wanna see if, so we added like a reward sound if you solve the puzzle. Oh, I need the stone. That's nice. Alright. Okay, I think I'm pretty much, you know, you can always overdo it, but I'm pretty happy with this room now. So, now let's get to the boss room. I think this is fine as well. Yeah, we have a little scene going on here, that's fine. It's now pretty much just this room. And the loop back. So let's quickly do that one as well. Don't think there's much left to do here. Yes, save indeed. Thank you very much. Yeah. I think I want to add some missile hold. So yeah, I think I talked about this before, but a very cool feature that Skyblivion introduced is you can always, like, every enemy type has different fighting types. There's tanks who like fight with a shield and are way more defensive, and there's archers and whatnot. And a really cool thing is the missile hold one. They use a bow obviously, but they also try to keep their position, which is very cool for like level design that has elevation like this. Because it means, like, as a player, you have to run through here, and the archer will shoot down on you while you try to close him down. Just a very cool. Adds like adds some depth, I'd say, to the gameplay. Oh, hello, Handled Scrolls. I remember you. Nice of you to tune in. We are a bit at the end. Not the. I'm not leaving just yet, so I'm still trying to finish this room. But since I'm a bit tired today and it is getting a bit late, I won't be here a lot longer. But maybe you'll see the end result, which could be cool as well. We're currently trying to finalize the boss room of Miranda. So we need an activate parent here. And then the same thing over here. Oh. All right, let's Oh, that's very nice to hear. I'm glad you guys enjoyed them. Yeah, if I have the energy, I always also try to explain some of the stuff. And yeah, it just keeps me motivated as well to sometimes do these. Probably not as, like, the workflow is probably not as fast as when I'm doing it off stream, but it's kind of a nice change of pace sometimes. All right, here we will do our boss. So in some of the other runes we have leeches. Thank you, Hand and Scrolls. Thank you very much. This one, I think it's because we have that throne. I don't really have a lot of space here for a lich, so I'm gonna go with a white boss instead. And the boss is generally set to very hard, and we also give him the the location ref type of boss. Oh, that's awesome. Do you do extend? Oh no, I was gonna ask you if you do level design, but you. I know you showed me, you gave me your Nexus name as well. You're the texture level designer, right? The texture artist. That's hard to get the words out today. Yeah, what I did here with the location ref type was that's also very important to set up because I think I talked about this before. Probably not a release, but we do want to have a Radiant quest system like Skyrim did, especially to give you incentive to go to non-quest dungeons and explore them, apart obviously just from the level design and loot and whatnot. And let the music stop. That's some more music. And yeah, and it's very important then that you set up this where is it, location ref type, because the Radiant quest system in Skyrim uses these location ref types to kind of write the quest. So for example, the quest could be, you know, go to Miranda and kill the white there. I mean, that we hopefully gonna have a bit more creativity in our Radiant quests, but that's basically the gist of it. And setting him up as a boss is very important for that in that regard. Also makes it so if you set up a dungeon as clearable, if you remember in Skyrim, once you cleared a dungeon, it was marked as such on the map. And here again, it's that happens when you kill the boss of a dungeon. So currently not. Currently, all the whites don't have. I think. I'm not sure if they're. Are they? Do they have armor? I'm not sure. Like a lot of our loot level lists aren't done. So we do actually have level design. Sorry, concept art for like ancient, elite armor, ancient elven armor. But currently, it's basically the modern elven armor, I'd say. And I'm not sure if it's lootable. But yeah, not really my area of work, so I can't really tell you. Okay, I think some finishing touches here, and we can give this a proper run. Oh yeah, I do want to fix the. There was an issue here with this door. Okay, this is gonna be a difficult one. Gonna hide a lot of stuff here to actually do this. Alright. Alright. Because and now I actually need the open marker 1. Open marker 2. Okay, so this needs to have. Oh, Jesus. Now I need to find it again. The same height as this one. Oh no, the height is fine, right? Ah, that's fine. But it needs to have the same rotation, I guess. Alright, I hope this does it. Let's see. Alright, in the meantime, we can do the loop back and then we should be done with this. Let me actually already, because I always forget about that, remove this stuff from outside the map. Yeah, it was a bit like the rotation was a bit, and it was, yeah, it did have some Z. What is that actually? Oh, that's just some random error, I think. C casting. Z fighting, not C casting, sorry. Okay, one thing I do see is that our Shadowcaster is casting a bit too much of a light, because we have some light here and that shouldn't be happening. So we can just fix this by using a black plane, which should, yes, allow us to stop the light here. And now just, let's see, now it's just important that we don't actually see it here. I think that's fine. Okay. No more light here. It's good. A bit of a light here. Maybe can fix that as well. Where did the black plane go? Am I crazy? Oh, obviously we can't see because it's turned this way. Maybe we can... That's fine, I think. Okay. Works for me. And then we just need pretty much to finish up this one. Give it that overrun feeling. Some more rubble. And maybe add, what could we add? We could add some candles, maybe. And then we add some drip to these candles to add a bit more of a 3D effect. And give it a light. Okay, and then can maybe add a banner here. At some point you've done this so often that it becomes almost like a muscle memory. All right, I think that's fine. Do we have a mist in here? No, we don't. Let's add that as well. Oh, really? That sounds cool. The Whispering Stones? Maybe. I'm in the process of adding, because I don't know how many we're gonna have of those, but at least one for every attribute and maybe skill. Thank you. Thank you, Sally Ludwig. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm gonna try to really add them to some remote locations or something. Because yeah, they're like an excellent excellent reward for players to just explore stuff and give them an incentive to go around. So we definitely want to use that. Alright, and add one more mist. Okay, that is good. And let's see where, because currently I think this leads to the void. Make sure to, yes. Oh, that's quite easy. And where does this actually go? Okay, we can delete that one because so that's also one of the things we try to do is a lot of the Oblivion dungeons had at least 3 or even 4 cells, and we have kept that in some of the dungeons, but ideally we want to often, unless it's a really big one, keep it to 1 or 2, because the Oblivion cells were anyway a lot of the time very small. And yeah, our dungeons can handle it being a lot bigger. So we can actually delete this door. And this should be the correct one. Right. And this could use some more stuff. This is already set up. Sorry. Emittance. Okay, I think that about should do it. Do we have the camera attached effect? Do we do? Have it here as well, the right one. Dust effect. I also want to have the, at least in this area. There should be a needles effect, yes. Alright. And one more thing I want to do. this one to hard and this one to easy. Is set it up here. No, definitely not. Like my interest hasn't like dwindled at all, I'd say. Obviously, the way how you work on it changes. Like at first you don't care how much time you spend on it. You really want to perfect everything. And the more you work on it and the more you really want to get it done. Not because I'm fed up with it, but really just because I know at some point you would just burn out if you just work on something without ever releasing it. And now it's just working, I'd say, smarter, really, with it, where you know how much time you can spend on something, and so what is like an ideal time to spend on something, and you know what's more important and what isn't so important. Right, that is that. And then finally I do want to do one more thing here. So I think I missed a camera attach effect. Here. I want to add another one. Which is the Falmer dust effect. So we have all the ones I want. That's the needles. And that is the dust effect. Okay. Let's give this one more a go. I'm gonna start... Yeah, I'm gonna do two things. Let me actually pause the music so we can actually... So I'm gonna close out of the game when we get to the second cell, just because if a cell doesn't have nav mesh yet, and you enter through it, not immediately through the main menu, but just later on, then like all the ambush idle markers, they for some reason don't work if there's no nav mesh in it, which kind of looks stupid, I guess, but all right. Got that one. Yeah, so there's still the stuff I'm gonna fix later on. I think, especially in the first cell, I haven't added all of the ambush triggers yet, so these guys, you know, should be standing up. But it's fine. We can still fix that later. Yeah, that is still kind of broken. Is that not an ambush one? Check that out later. The first cell. Oh, those. First cell still needs like a finalization pass, but that's fine. I will probably do that off stream. Shouldn't take longer than like half an hour or something. Stuff like that as well, like changing the door here to open inwards. Yeah, these guys also not set up to an ambush trigger yet. Yes, Ah, very nice. The camera attach effect. That's very cool. Like the needles falling to the ground. Yeah, those brigands. Now we'll probably have to quickly leave the game, cause yeah, see I mean, for this one it works, and for this one maybe it will work for some. Yeah, that's like a weird issue it has. If there's no nav mesh yet, probably because they can't reach. So they're linked to this spot and they can't reach it because no nav mesh is in it. So yeah, yeah. So let me just quickly, because it does kind of ruin the vibe. They're all standing around. Yeah, I really hope that that's gonna be a thing. It'll be so cool if people just, you know, share screenshots of stuff you made. Like stuff like this. If people are just gonna do screenshots here and stuff and share that, that's so cool. Once the game is out. Okay, so we've already seen this room plenty. Do want to check out something. You know what? Let's do it one more time. Just for shits and giggles. I hope people don't get bored with me doing the same room. Hey Kyle, how's it going? I always love the urns getting blasted. Oh. Neither can we. Really wanna, so remember the blue half moon. Yeah, really can't wait to get this in the hands of everyone. It's the blue moon here. Let's check out this area. We have a golden flame and a white eagle. These are all waking up. That's very good. I do at the end, you know, sometimes when I do fur passes, then I do like to put like interesting bits of, I don't know, background lore or something into spots that the player doesn't need to go, like this little area. You don't need to go here at all, but maybe it'd be cool to hide some stuff. Alright, so we know our symbols. This needs to be a golden flame. And this needs to be a white eagle. Let's see if the archer we set up there still does his thing. Should make the elevator ride a bit more exciting once you get to the top. I mean, you can enjoy the view, which is kind of cool. Oh, and now we got someone shooting at us. Bye bye. Alright, let's do the act again. But it's also a scene that I set up. It's very cool, I think. Like this guy spawning his minions. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Take care as well. Had a collision on this. I do need to fix that a bit. And then we got our boss, finally. Do wanna probably add some of one or two of the like these alcoves I put in here, maybe to the side, so he has some companions. And yeah, at the end, so that's also something I still need to set up, is the once you take the Elliot statue that this opens up. For now it's just a lever. And I think this works pretty well now. Obviously it should be a bit faster and there should be a noise and more dust coming down, but it's kind of a cool loopback, I think. And then we can get back. It is a bit slow now. Yeah, perfect. We get back to the entrance. And it should just take us very shortly to get to the exit, so we don't have to do a lot of backtracking, and then we are back. We need to fix that. Back at the exit, yeah, back in Zero Dawn. So, very happy. That felt very good. I think Miranda is like 99% done. Do the rest of the little bugs we noticed. Probably won't take long, which I will do off stream. Oh, that is something I need to report. That is a rock with no collision. And I think with this view, I will leave you guys. Very glad you tuned in. Got a lot of stuff done this weekend. Very productive. And hopefully we'll be able to do another one maybe next weekend. Cannot promise anything there, but if I do, I hope I'll see you all there. And in the meantime, I wish you all a good start of the week tomorrow. Alright, see you guys.